That's good, that's good. We'll get ready to start the marker for YouTube and Twitch highlight watchers in a moment. Since we watched it the first day, we can skip it today, even though it's so good. The piano makes it so good. It's kind of funny how much more advanced technology has actually got. Wait, what?
I know a place on the edge of the red light district where we can lay low, but my hands are all messed up, so you better drive, brother.
One moment. Oh, that would piss me off. Oh, if this fucked up and got corrupted. Oh, that would piss me off. Oh, that would piss me off. Please, please tell me you didn't do this. I'd be so mad.
I know a place on the edge of the red light district where we can lay low, but my hands are all messed up, so you better drive, brother.
Okay, that is... aggravating. Now, we have to check something. Because if that happened, it means, mind you, we're done with Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. But I gotta check to see if our save file got fucked up. Right? I know. And normally I wouldn't be this upset, but I'm this upset. Well, okay, let's just say this. I'm basically on the edge right now. I'm teetering of really pissed off and not that pissed off, right? Doing this will decide whether or not I'm going to be infuriated or like, okay, whatever, right? If this file's gone, okay, whatever. It got rid of everything. If it's there, it only got rid of the one save file. Like, if this loads in, I know, I saved a lot. I just realized what my dumbass has done. That's why it did that. That's why it did the F7 makes it to where for what. All right, that's going to be really hard to get used to. So my F7 is my mute key, but it's also the ability to change what the output will look like for the stream watchers. So I'm pissed off right now. I'm in fucking infuriated because look what I'm playing as. I'm playing as Johnson, Carl Johnson, the fucking 007 agent, or the MI6 agent, I should say, that wrapped up with Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. So what that fucking means is we only lost the save file footage for Grand Theft Auto 3! Fuck! Ah! Alright. This is actually a good thing. I'll explain why in a moment. So, greetings and good day, YouTube and Twitch highlight watchers. This introductory is a couple moments into the YouTube video for you watching, and it's going to be that way for the Twitch highlight watchers as well. Reason is because, as you previously saw, we lost the Grand Theft Auto 3 save file, right? So, we are making a save file in order to... No, not we're making a save file. I'm pissed because I lost the save file. I have a tornado of thoughts in my head because of the rage right now. It's not like, oh, it's only a couple of hours. True. But it's the idea that if everything got wiped, I would have been fine. I would have been like, well, that sucks. We were done with this game anyway. It's not like I was going to play this. And I mean, well, maybe sometime throughout the week I might play this just chilling, because this is a game I could easily stop at any time, and I don't want to get invested in something before Armored Core 6. I know, there's a chance it can happen again. That too. So something might be wrong with the stuff for Grand Theft Auto 3. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to play Grand Theft Auto 3. We're going to, like, mulligan, right? This is part 1, 2. Because, you know, we lost that save file. For the emulator that I use, normally I just click start, and it like starts it as if you put the thing in like a regular PlayStation 2. However, this also has a resume, right? Where if we load in, we would load in exactly where we left off, or we're supposed to load in exactly where we left off when we last left off, right? It's something a lot of emulators have. I like doing it from like, I press start on the PlayStation 2 and it starts up that way, right? It's one of those, like, just things that I do because it's what I'm used to doing, instead of resuming, because when you load in a PlayStation 2 game, it doesn't load back into exactly where you left off. It loads in as if you just reloaded a save, which is what it used to do. We're not going to watch any of these cutscenes. So if this is your first part of it, go watch the first one. Because we are going to basically speedrun strap this shit as much as we can. And I'm not going to glitch anything out, because I don't know those. I'm talking like we're going to play it as fast as we can. We're going to skip cutscenes. We're going to see if we can get to exactly where we left off yesterday. I need to adjust the audio settings too, because it's a little bit too loud. Alright, so that's more background noise at this point than foreground noise. If I sound stuffed up, can't help it. Fighting off a cold. Happens. You're lucky I didn't give a shit and I decided to keep the webcam on. Also, brightness needs to go up, if I'm not mistaken. a little bit more. That's the one thing that I haven't figured out how to change, but I bet you there's an option to change the brightness for that too, because it seems there's two separate types of, let's call it input and output, even though that's not exactly what it is. Or maybe it is what it is. I don't fucking know. This is how it works in my brain. What I'm playing on my screen, that's the input, right? And what you guys are watching on the stream is the output. There must be input and output settings, because if I press F5, it'll do like what it did for the stream itself when you press F7, right? So it's F5 adjusts that, like, it's like some kind of quality setting or something like that. I don't know what it is exactly that causes that and what the purpose is it for, but I know it has a reason that it exists. Also, fun fact, my F7 key is my mute key, and if I press F7, there might be parts where I'm yapping away and nothing's being said, because it's all, I'm blowing my nose because of my stuffed upness. Sorry, I'm gonna lose my train of thought a couple of times. I'm trying to stay calm, cool, and collected. Okay, there we go. I feel better. Also, motion blur is a setting that seems to have been turned on. It's weird. You get so used to certain things that you forget that that was a thing you never could change, right? Like, you could never change the fact that motion blur existed or other quality settings like that. Nowadays, it's getting to the point to where you can do that. Like, a console game can come out nowadays, and it would be kind of surprising if there are no change the option settings like that. Like change the monitor size or monitor quality or resolution, monitor resolution.
Have one delivered. Just log on to petsovernight.com and we'll send you a cute kitten overnight. Petsovernight.com,
Fuck.
delivering little bundles of love in a box directly to your door.
This is the place right here. Let's get off the street and find a change of clothes.
I'm even a little bit more aggravated because yesterday we did 20 firefighter missions. We got over 10 packages.
I know this guy. He's connected. His name's Luigi. Me and him go back, so I can probably get you some work. Come on.
Aggravated. Oh well. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm not gonna go for all 100 packages. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go for like as many packages as I can, as soon as I can. Fuck. Oh, I can't wait until future me.
Let's go around the back and use
Now, if you don't know about the three me's, I'm gonna have to make a command. I'm gonna have to make a hold on. There might be a wait.
Wait here, man, while I go in and talk to Luigi.
Trying to find out. There might be a future me command.
Say hello to 8-Ball, ladies.
He's getting lucky with some prostitutes upstairs.
Well, maybe you could do me a favor. One of my girls needs a ride, so grab a car and pick up Misty from the clinic.
I love how I said I wasn't gonna watch this, but I'm distracted.
No one messes with my girls. So keep your hands on the wheel. If you don't mess this up, maybe there'll be more work for you. Now get out of here.
Where is it? Oh, okay. That's what it is. Right? So what that's basically referring to is there's sometimes where I'll be like playing a game and I'll be like, oh, that's a problem for future me. Because present me doesn't give a fuck about future me. Oh, greetings and good day, Redneck. How are you today? What I do this time? Nothing. That's the problem. The Grand Theft Auto 3 save file glitched out and I have to restart the game. So, we're mulliganing it, baby! Oh, I could probably do this really good because my nose is stuffed up because of my cold I'm fighting off. Hi, I'm Misty. Why did they give... I know that's... My voice probably doesn't sound any pretty either. I know that. Hell, for a long time I was one of those people that was like, I hate the sound of my own voice. But then I was like, I had a conversation with myself where I'm like, why do I hate the sound of my own voice? Because it doesn't sound how it should sound to me. So I kept thinking about it. I'm like, it's something you can change, but it's like a natural thing of you. You can't really change without going out of your way to change it. So whatever. I can now at least stand hearing myself. But future me that hears this one is gonna be like, oh my god, you sound like such an idiot. Why did you even stream that day? Because fuck you, future me, that's why! I don't want to bother saving it, but it's habitual. Right? Read what that says? What is it? Game? Saved? Successfully. I do? Oh, then it must... That's weird then. Also, if I sound the way that I do, one of the reasons why I probably haven't blown my nose more is I'm medicated in the middle of my opening. Ballroom Blitz. So this is not something I always do, but this is a little bit of a look at what the reward will look like. A teaser, if you will, if you hit the 420,000 channel points goal, or whatever it's called, redemption. This is a little bit of a teaser what that'll be like. Yes, I clearly, yeah, damn. Maybe if I take it out and blow it off, it'll load. Oh, don't blow on these cartridges. First thing you do to fix it. Put it in there. And what happens? It works. You want to know why they said that? It is one of those things where if you know, it should be obvious, but the only reason it should be obvious is because you know about it. If you didn't know about it, you'd be like, oh wow, that makes sense. The game cartridges that used nowadays, they don't even have the hard computer boards in these. Now it's like a piece of plastic. So if one of these controllers starts to fuck up, there's no way to fix it. If one of the older ones started to mess up, you could get a soldering iron and a new thing and be good to go. But nowadays, if it gets fucked up, you gotta replace the whole controller. Which is kind of a shame, but it must be a lot, like, they're probably making a lot of fucking money on controllers because of how cheap they're made. And I say that even knowing that this controller, by far surpasses both the previous size of the PlayStation controllers. Like, it fits so good in your hand. There's an innuendo in that one. Anyways. That was a song about drugs. Rush to the yayo. Whatever the fuck I was talking about. These controllers nowadays are just superior. Like, what used to happen is the vibration function used a weird offset motor, and if your vibration would start to fuck up and the controller would start to rattle, it was because of those motors fucking up and that vibration function coming loose, right? It just wasn't built the right way. Now they must have like a little thing that just buzzes to get the proper thing. Because when you have vibration on a controller, it feels like you can have it way longer than another controller, because that vibration will reduce the shelf life of your controller. No doubts about that. Like if you want to keep your controller for as long as possible, turn the vibration off on every video game you play. I guarantee that'll increase the life of the controller by 5 years. Believe it, don't believe it, try it out yourself. You might think that 5 years is a long time, but in all reality, it feels like nothing when you look back and you go, damn, I started my stream over 4 years ago. I'm gonna have to step away. Oh, shit. I wonder if I'm gonna lose money because the car's all fucked up compared to how it was yesterday. Let's see. We didn't. Maybe we did? Did we get 5,000 or 4,000? I think we got 4,000 yesterday. Alright, be right back. Yep. Well, it's a lot of things hate vibrations. One of the things you want to avoid when it comes to heating and air is the copper tubing, the copper lines that are utilized for ACs. They vibrate, they hum. So you want to make sure there's as little as the metal touching another surface as possible, because in like a year's time, it'll wear a hole in the side of the copper tubing, and then you have to repair it or replace it depending on how bad it is. Hopefully not replace it. Oh, dude. There you go. Be right back.
Soon coming, we'll be rocking steady on the beat of the morning. Stay with us now and let your light shine out. This is the Peacemaker, Horace Walsh, giving you the best of the bass. Only on K-Jar.
And the good Lord said, love thy brother than thyself, and everything will be made possible unto you, because he can surely turn the tides. He can push the tempest by.
Oh, you're scaring me now, Mr. Scientist. I'm all quiet, like a scared DJ, man. K-Jar Rhythm Section with Horace. Peace and pleasure, my people. Nothing else. Put away the guns now, boys.
is that we give each other love.
Me say whether you're Diablo or whether you're Hood, don't come with no bad vibration. It'll do you no good. Yeah. Laughing vampires dance. Feel the voodoo curse. Liberty City, arise. You're listening to Aris the Pacifist Walsh on Keja.
You are a no good, you are a no good, God. For the things that you do.
Let's have that one again, cause I liked it so much the first time. I just want more. Rewind!
Gotcha.
You are a no good, you are a no good.
This music is right up my alley right now. Ally? Alley. Damn, I wish I was in a car so I could keep listening to that song. He says as he looks at the police car and goes, I can listen to the radio in there. No, you can't, dipshit. I really, really hope they bring back, like, my favorite, I really like the bounty hunting thing from Grand Theft Auto 4. I think I'm gonna get, fuck it, I think I'm gonna get Grand Theft Auto 4 and play it. Because it's been over 10 years since I played, when did that game, has it been over 10 years? It feels like it's been over 10 years. I both hope it has and hope it hasn't. Hold on, GTA 4 release date. Fuck. Even if I add 2 years to go to 2010, like the last time I played the game was, like, let's just say the last time I played it was 2010. Even if I added those 2 years, because it came out in April 29th, 2008, it would still be around 13 years since I last played Grand Theft Auto 4. Like, I don't want to be right on that one. I feel old now. I know I'm not old. I know I'm not, but I feel like I'm such an old man. Get off my lawn, damn it! So mad. I should have checked to see if I could get in the other cop car to make sure I get that shotgun. I know there's a hidden package over here. I'm not gonna get it yet though, because what I'm gonna do is like I said, I'm gonna try and do as many of the missions as possible. And if I start getting bored of missions, I'm just gonna look up the hidden packages. Well, the hidden packages are probably the same as the sprays. I can only do a certain amount for a certain amount of time, so if I feel like getting a hidden package, I could just get it. Is there a way to permanently increase your armor? Let's look that up too. Oh, there's no way to upgrade body armor. I know there's a way to increase health, and I might have to do that. If this is the case, this will be the first time that I do this on one of these games that I stream. Well, there's cheat code for unlimited health, full armor. I am so tempted to do that just to blitz through the missions. Fuck. What's the consensus on this one? Nah. Yeah, we'll keep the police car. I don't know why I'm wanting to keep it. Anyways, things that I hope they do for Grand Theft Auto 6. Fishing, obviously, right? I've talked about it on and off since every time I think once every other day I've played this game.
On a combo. What am I gonna do? Wait. Hey, I gotta talk to you.
Hey, I gotta talk to you. They're doing a remake of Gex, apparently, and I know there's so many negative people. Hell, I'm pretty negative about this shit too. Like, there's a part of me deep, like, I'm burying over a bunch of hopes and copium and shit like that. And that being, you know, that the remake of Gex is gonna be good, right? Gex, if you don't know, is about it's this titular adventure of this lizard. Where I really believe that's where they got the Geico Gecko from, to prey on people's nostalgia because of how popular Gex was at the time. It's basically like a lizard that's obsessed with TV, and some villain uses the TV to try to take over the world or something like that, and Gex gets pissed off, or he gets taken into the TV, something like that. I can't remember the exact story. I could be fucking like, this could be shit that I have made up. Also, apparently I did check the police car to see if it was good. Anyway, he wanted to defeat the main villain, not because of any reason in particular, other than he's interrupting his TV shows, his favorite shows. Alright, I could be wrong, and I've made this the fuck up, because it has been possibly 20 years since I last played Gex. Fuck.
Joey! Am I gonna get to play with your big hands again?
I'll be with you in a minute, Sparkplug. Hey, I'm Joey. Luigi said you were
There's so much innuendo in these games.
All right?
I wonder when the 69 started. I mean, if it started before San Andreas. Like, is there some 69 jokes in Vice City? Because Grand Theft Auto San Andreas has 69 plastered everywhere. Like, fucking Area 69, Airport 69, Runway 69. What was the name of the plane that CJ gave off? Was it like it wasn't a 420 joke, was it? It probably has a joke in it that I wouldn't understand. I love how I'm habitually, like literally habitually, doing what I used to do back in the day. This is how you know I'm not focused right now on the game, and I'm just kind of playing it while I rant and rave, because I'm gonna be doing exactly what I did probably the last time I played it, because of course I played this game a couple of times and had us go through the story. It's been a while and there are some foggy moments, but I pretty much remember the whole damn thing, right? Outside of what we just did yesterday, I know after that we do a couple more missions. I know we go after the Triad a bit more because of the bullshit they're pulling. I think that mission that we were about to do for Salvatore was the Triad mission I was thinking of, right? Where you take a Triad truck, put bombs on it, and blow up their fish factory. Which, how fucking stereotypically horrible can you get there? The Chinatown is run by the Triads, and they all run fish markets and fucking laundromats.
In my backyard. Go and take care of things.
Just like how, look, pay attention to every taxi cab driver. It's fucked up, right? If you think about it, but it's a fucking video game. It's a video game that's like a parody of real life. It's obviously not real life, you fucking dipshits, and it's using stereotypes to make jokes. And like, if there's anyone who's never laughed at a stereotype that exists, go ahead and throw the first stone. Forget it, like that. Forget about it. Dude's got a fucking Italian-looking motherfucker. Got a suit on. He's got the tie. He's got the glasses. And I can make these jokes because I'm Italian. And he goes, "Forget about it." Like, what the fuck? How you cannot get more stereotypical unless you threw a fucking plate of spaghetti in front of Tony Cipriani, which, oh, guess what? I'm pretty sure they do that at one time. He runs a fucking restaurant that probably they make a comment within the first 5 seconds of how stereotypical it is with the meal that it serves. I love how this has turned into a rant because I'm so aggravated at how much bullshit people fucking focus on and worry about. It's like, is it hurting? Oh, we're dead. Holy shit. Did he just jack another car? Please die. Don't know why I'm so nervous. I just would have reloaded it. I might do some taxi missions just to drive around a little bit. We'll see. We do 100 fares. I'd actually have to look it up to see what it is. I don't know if it's 100 fares in total. That could that be an interesting stream? I know this one's gonna be an interesting stream. Man, it is, you can't make this shit up with how ingrained in my mind this is. Like, it doesn't matter if we die. It doesn't. We can always make money real quick if we needed to by doing the fire truck or the taxi cab. Well, the taxi cab, I don't think we would make nearly as much as the fire truck eventually, because you just keep putting out fires as fast as you can, gain more time, and all of a sudden, boom, you can be making 100,000. Now, this would take a lot of fucking grinding, and I don't know if there's actually a limit, but you could get like $100,000 per fire if you ground it enough. I'm glad I saved it because we are going to load it because this is where we want to get a bus. And I know what my problem was the last time. I went to the closest people first, which was a mistake. It actually added a couple minutes time. You know what I should do? I should take this car out. Also, what's funny is there's an insinuation that your character probably only gets like a little bit of sleep because the idea is you save it and 6 hours of time passes. I don't think Clyde sleeps. What the fuck is his name? Claude. It's Claude. Okay, I knew it was Claude. Why am I calling him Clyde? So there's a quote we'll get later where Joey Leone is introducing Claude to Tony Cipriani, right? We heard this yesterday where it goes, oh, here's the guy I was telling you about. All right, listen, the guy ain't Italian and he's no mechanic, but he can get things fixed, right? Insinuating that we can kill some motherfuckers. How the hell does our car get repaired? Because every single character that has a garage in any of the Grand Theft Auto games that repairs your car, they have to be like a really fucking good mechanic, like a legendary mechanic, right?
Last weekend, when we were broadcasting,
Now, mind you, it's one of those things where like
fans said to me, Mike, why do you always use
that's not the case based off the lore of the characters. But fuck you. Does it explicitly say, outside of another character talking about another character saying he's no mechanic? How do you know he's no mechanic? You haven't heard a thing from Claude. He's not spoken to you. You've not seen him do anything other than drive some people around and kill some other people. Right now I'm going to drive to get some armor at the docks. And then I'm going to pick up a heart. A med kit, I'm just going to call it a med kit. We're picking up body armor down here and med kits. I'm also realizing that as someone who lives in Ohio, I need to start making the Ohio jokes more often. And real talk, how in the fuck have they not made a Grand Theft Auto game that takes place in Ohio yet? Or some artificial variant of Ohio? Michigan? Michigan's a big one. They've got Los Angeles, LA, they've got Florida, and they've got New York. They've got New York. I need a heart. I love how I was gonna start driving to the hospital to pick up the heart, because that's where I know they're at. But I also know there's one down here. Also, I wonder what songs got muted, because there is some stuff that has gotten muted, and it makes me realize maybe I should do it a little bit lower. Because I'm thinking about it. Like, is that perfect background noise? Hopefully that's good. If it's too low and you guys can't hear anything, I apologize. I don't think my hearing's that fucking good, because I can hear it pretty clearly, and I'm looking at the audio capture, and it's like middle of the green right now for me for the audio capture, so it should be good, loud enough, not too loud hopefully to where it doesn't. Maybe it's perfect and it was too loud before. Save it. That's a joke right there. Michael Hunt. Mike Hunt. Say Mike Hunt real fast. 5 times. And think about how it sounds. Don't say it around certain people. Don't say it around certain people. Say it when you're by yourself.
Sometimes I'd get scared before an
Preemptively saying that, hopefully I didn't just fuck anyone over. But I know for a fact there might be a couple of individuals that probably shouldn't be watching this, that are watching this, and they'll pause it to say it out loud by someone that is probably going to be like, what did you just say? My apologies if that happened. Hopefully I was fast enough on the draw before it got paused, and now you're listening to this going, you're an asshole. Also, professional mechanic lied. I did it. Claude, you fucking numbskull. Claude. Why Clyde? What have I been watching recently that has a character called Clyde? Whatever. Anyway. Claude. Fuck you. And the reason I say professional mechanic Claude, and then again, the garage that he owned was a fucking mess. Like, nobody had been in there for who knows how long. So, in Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, which takes place before this one, spoilers for that if you didn't watch it, selfless? Whatever. Greedy, self-promo. Selfish. Self-promo. That's what it's called. I've got a playthrough or playlist on my archive channel that you can check out. Ah, got you. So, Mike Hunt, if you say it really fast, sounds like my cunt. Mike Hunt, my hunt. Right? So it's that's what the joke is on that name. Mike Hunt, Mike Hunt, Mike Hunt, Mike Hunt, Mike Hunt, Mike Hunt. Right? That's probably gonna get me in trouble in the future. It's just a fucking word though. And I'm calling it, I'm not even saying it in that context. I'm saying it in the context of explaining what this means to someone who doesn't speak English. Also, greetings and good day, Retro Anthony. How are you doing today? Oh, that reminds me. It reminded me because I just saw that this is your first time chatting here. Did we save it? I think we saved it, but I'm gonna go save it again. Well, I'm fighting off some kind of a cold. I might not sound stuffy to y'all right now, but I feel like I sound stuffy because my sinuses are inflamed a little bit. So I took a medicinal puff, and it's one of the reasons why I'm as like excited as I am right now, as well as forgetful. Anyway, as I was saying, seeing that you were first-time chatter, I was gonna go down a list of like a little, a too lengthy introduction that I need to figure out how to shorten because I don't know how to explain the fact that I'm a variety streamer that streams anything from the most recent released game, like in a couple of days from now, weeks, I'm gonna be playing Armored Core 6 and probably do a 24-hour stream of that, to PlayStation 2 classics. Alright? I just got done with a playthrough of Dishonored. Like the whole the Dishonored. I did the Knife of Dunwall DLC and the Grigmore Witches. Then I played Dishonored 2. And then Dishonored Death of the Outsider. Alright? Hey! Thank you for becoming a citizen of the kingdom, Retro Anthony. Anthology. Anthology. Retro Anthology. Thank you for becoming a citizen of the kingdom. I very much appreciate it, and I do hope you enjoy your stay. I did save it that time, right? Fuck. Yes, we need to get a bus. That's what I was doing. Anyway, first time chatter reminded me that I like playing classic games, and I've recently got into doing that more often on the stream, instead of playing the somewhat more modern games. Bus. Getting a bus. Getting a bus. And I may have come across basically replacement for all the games that I thought I lost for the PlayStation 2 era. And I'm talking about games that I forgot existed, like Primal, Run Like Hell. If those games, you have no idea what they are, good and kind of disappointed. Good, because I'm going to show those games off in the future. Kind of disappointed because those are really, like, from, again, time bias, time passing bias, bus. Time passing bias. Time passing bias. Those games are great. Yes, I played Saints Row 1, 2, the lowest amounts, the third the most, and I think I played through the fourth once. The most recent Saints Row that came out, I'm so disappointed by. Like, they either do, the people who make remakes, it seems like, not all the time, because sometimes a banger of a remake comes out, right? But it's like, they either fuck up on one really big case that they shouldn't be fucking up on. Like, they don't stay true to what the game was. They try and make it, like, a completely new experience, and that ruins it, because the people who are getting this Saints Row game, you don't make a game, a remake, a remaster, whatever. Do not make a game like that with the idea to bring people along that have no idea about the original shit. Because what's gonna happen is the people, the big fans, the 50,000 people, I know it's more than that, but like the millions of people that are fans, like say this happens for Metal Gear Solid, and they try and make it like palatable for everyone. It's not gonna do well, because the people like me are gonna play it and fucking hate it, and the people who wait to buy it, the people who've never experienced a Metal Gear game, are gonna see all the dislike and go, I'm not gonna buy that game, it's not good. They either fuck up on that, like they don't stay true to what it was, or they stay too true, and it's not what the people wanted. Kind of like how with the Cycle Frontier, it's a bus, you fucking idiot. This is gonna be a hell of a highlight. I'm gonna start editing more often, I really am. Because I want to get to this. I might get to this early. I might skip a couple of stuff to get to this. Because this is gonna be funny. Probably not for myself, but again, fuck you, future me. We're getting a bus. We are getting a bus. But yeah, I am very confident that the remake of Metal Gear Solid 3 is going to be good. Now, mind you, this could be a lot of copium or whatever you want to call it, but I'm very confident about that because of the interviews I've been reading, right? They are so much wanting to repent that they're getting the original voice actors and actresses for the remake. That right there goes to show me that they're gonna put their ass into it. You know what I mean? And also, I fucking called it. Probably when I was playing through the Metal Gear series, I made a comment about what would happen, like what Konami could do in order to. It's hard to say it because I won't call it a true redemption, because it's always like for the people like me that remember. I remember. It's not like, yes, we can feel okay about getting shit from you, but it's not going to be a true redemption because of how shitty they were in the past, right? That might be me holding a grudge. Anyway. They remake the games from where it started. They remake the games and release them in timeline order. So they come out with Metal Gear Solid 3 first, and that's what they fucking are doing. They're gonna release all the remakes of the games in timeline order to like tell the whole story, so you know what's going on in Metal Gear. And like there's a lot more weight because you know from the beginning, and that's awesome for the people that have never played the Metal Gear series. If they just stick to how the game was but modernize it, it will sell. It'll do so well. It'll do so well because the fans like me are gonna buy it, love it, and the people who've never played those games are gonna buy it and love it because it's a good game. Like hell, there are some cases where fans of a franchise, because they change it too much, like it's a good game, but the fans of the game don't like the changes so much that people don't even pick up the game because they've heard that it's a bad game. Like we with Armored Core 4. I had heard that it was so bad not to bother, so I didn't buy it. And then I started watching some footage of the games, and I was like, this looks good. And somebody said, oh yeah, this is very similar to how Armored Core 6 is played. And I'm like, you sons of bitches. The people who told me at lunch not to even bother because they didn't like it. I would have loved that game. Oh, it would have been awesome. But no. The internet didn't have to exist in the state that it currently does back in the day. So I couldn't Google research or watch YouTube videos. All you kids nowadays so fucking spoiled. Spoiled. Yeah. Yep. I'm trying to think of remakes that were good and had bad moments. Like they it's meh. It's meh. You can play it and love it or like it, but not everyone will love it. And the ones that are like, yeah, this is how you do a remake. And honestly, the only ones I could think of for this is how you do a remake are Dead Space. Like, and I didn't play or get Dead Space because I played the original and I thought they were gonna do what I thought they were gonna do and just make an exact copy of Dead Space. So I watched a playthrough of it. They didn't. They stuck true to what made Dead Space and modernized the controls a bit and modernized some of the stuff and changed and added. They didn't take away. You never take away when you do remake. If anything, you add. And they added to the story. What is that dude saying in Italian? Like, is he actually speaking Italian or is it some jackass who doesn't speak Italian running their mouth? And they're saying something like, you cut off my spaghetti or something. I know that's not the case, but we are not going to pass this mission, I don't think. Yeah, streams give you a better idea of actual gameplay too. And I'm a weird individual where I haven't done it for a lot of games lately, but in the past I always used to watch streams of, or like not streams, but like when YouTube was first popping up and Twitch started to exist, I would occasionally go into a stream and watch about a game that just came out or whatever. Even if I knew I was gonna buy it, I would still watch a stream of it. But I stopped doing that, not because I didn't want to be spoiled. Like I said, I don't really give a shit about that. But more because, like, it's nice not to know what's gonna happen, right? It's nice to try and figure it out yourself and say, like, all right, this is what's gonna happen next. I can ignore the spoilers and stuff like that. Shit. We're gonna lose a little bit of time having to go back like this. This was a bit of a mistake here. This lost us probably 12 seconds, if not more. Luckily, I'm only going back like a quarter of the distance, if that. What I would need to do. Actually, I think we're gonna do this quicker than we did last time, which is saying something about me playing this without actually thinking about the moves that I'm making before I make them. Yeah, I mean, the mechanics are a bit, like the way it handles is definitely not as good as Grand Theft Auto 5, but it's better than some of the controls for San Andreas, which is wild. Yeah, we actually are. Last time we had like 20 seconds left. This time we have almost a full fucking minute. Hopefully nobody would die this time. Oh god, it's happening again. No. No, 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 no. Woo! Woo! Oh. It's one of the easiest glitches to create because of the way people get out of a bus. People get out of it. Oh, we got the $2,000 bonus because we got everyone. Holy shit, $6,000. Let's go! Because of how long it takes for somebody to, like, actually get out of the bus and move, they get glitched out and get knocked on the ground because the door hits them. Because in this game, this is the wildest thing. This game might be more technologically advanced than other Grand Theft Autos, like, that came after it, because the doors are actually physical entities in this game, right? Like, for the AI though, right? Like, I'm pretty sure if I run this door into somebody, it'll actually hit them. I'm not 100% positive. But yeah. Yeah, in 5 they're physical. They might be physical in 4. Oh, speaking of what I was talking about way earlier, before I lost my train of thought, one of the games that I might play for, like, you know how it's traditional for most streamers to play horror games in October? I'm probably gonna do that this year. I didn't last year because I just wasn't feeling like it, but I might this year. And one of the games that I'm gonna play is Run Like Hell, which is probably a pretty good, not my favorite, but a pretty good thriller, horror thriller type video game. Run Like Hell, right? It's. I think it has similarities to Dead Space. Before Dead Space came out. No, that's for sure. With the definitive edition, what a disappointment and a half that was. Like, not just disappointment, but also scummy as fuck with some of the shit that they did. We'll save that car there. And get a white van. With a dude that's in a trench coat and a hat. Man, there's a lot of candy in this van. Weird. Yeah, the definitive edition of the games. We actually watched a couple definitive editions of the speedrun. I think we watched, was it the Vice City definitive edition? Also, for those of you that are new here, one of the things that has become a tradition on the channel is either the day of, or depending on when I beat it, or the day after I complete a game, we watch a speedrun of it. And I think what I'll do is I'll watch a different, like, if I ever play Grand Theft Auto San Andreas again in the future, which I probably will. Ooh, piece of candy. Like, when Grand Theft Auto 6 is gonna come out, like, a month before it, I'll probably play through these games again. I'm predicting it's gonna take that long. Watch. They're gonna announce Grand Theft Auto 6 on, the Video Game Awards on December. And they'll be like, oh, it's coming out next year! Fuck. I'd still probably play these games again because of how hype I would get.
Take my car, pick him up, and bring him back here. I got a little surprise for that blood-sucking leech.
Oh no, Definitive Edition came out recently. The Definitive Edition of these games was the remaster, they call it. And they released it as basically a cash grab. They actually sent their lawyers out to cease and desist modders who had made high definition variations of these classic games for the versions that are on PC. They, like, threatened people with suing. I don't think they hired the Pinkertons, but I wouldn't be surprised if they did, and nobody knows that they did. Right? I am too, but at the same time, there's a couple of hype games that came out this year. Also, you gotta keep in mind, the coronavirus shit that happened a couple years back has basically delayed shit for a couple of years. So games we should have already seen and had in our hands and been like, oh, the glory be to these games with how good they are. We don't get that until later because, hell, we don't get that at all for some games because of how fucked up they got because of that shit. It's hard to think about because we're getting like, you know what I mean? It's like past the point. It's like things are returning to normal, and like some people had, like, some things have come to stay since that shit, and some have come and gone and are going to keep going away. but a lot of games got fucked up because of the coronavirus shit, and a lot of games got delayed because of it too, and not in a good way in a good portion of cases. Like Redfall, I know this is like I need to huff more copium, but just can we be like positive for a moment and be like maybe Redfall is as bad as it is because it got fucked up because of coronavirus for one reason or another? Please, let me just have this. Even if that's not the case, for fuck's sake. If it is the case, and like, you know for a fact, like somebody in an interview said, oh, we just didn't give a fuck. Then you too much copium. Damn it! Why you gotta be the realist?
Oh, Mr. Chunk sent you, did he? Let's go and pay the fellow a visit.
Also, a British banker, is that stereotypical? That's gotta be stereotypical for when this game came out, right? Like, because you got to think about the stereotypes, not of nowadays, because stereotypes come and go as well as anything else. What are the stereotypes of back then? Oh, yeah. But, like, I wonder if there are some stereotypes in this game that some people don't know about, because they're like, and that'd be cool, but you also have to think there are probably newer ones that I don't know about.
Get your hands off me arm!
No, you can't. And you know what I say? I say fuck it. Why? It's a video game. Like, it's a form of media. You watch somebody in a movie get their fucking head literally ripped off, and it's graphic as fuck, and that's fine, right? But in a video, and you have the same exact stereotypes in movies, the cliches, all that shit in movies that you do in video games, but people want to look at the video game harder than anything else because that's what is popular to do right now. People used to do the same thing they do about video games nowadays. Well, not so much nowadays. It's a lot less than it used to be. Like if Grand Theft Auto 5 came out when this came out, fuck. People would be probably rioting.
Next week, we've got our big bi-monthly phone-in when you get the chance to win a meal for
Yep.
two at
Yes.
a outlet of your choice.
Yep.
As long as you choose one of
But
our
it used to be
phone-in
music.
services.
People used to be like, oh, if you listen to AC/DC, you're gonna become a devil-worshipping menace to society. And it's like, no, they're gonna become a fucking devil-worshipping menace to society because you're a fucking psychopath, parent. Trying to indoctrinate your kid who does not want to have anything to do with religion because of how you guys are.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Like,
there's excellent childcare here
if
and
more fucking, how does that line up? They're talking about childcare in the fucking radio. Listen,
I would get spanked. Nanny would spank. Because when Freddy's naughty, he needs to get spanked.
Well, there's some child psychologists who probably say that spanking can be harmful to a child's emotional development.
Absolutely.
we are literally just talking about this kind of shit.
Freddy needs a nanny. He needs a nanny, Laszlo, because Freddy's been a very naughty boy.
How old is your son?
Excuse me?
How old is your son?
I don't have children. I can't stand the little brats. But Freddy needs a nanny.
All right, that's enough of him. God, who gave this guy a green card?
What the fuck is that? Listen to that shit. You think a fucking a radio station in Grand Theft Auto 6 is gonna have somebody say that?
You are on Chatterbox.
I was listening to that caller about taxes.
It's gotta be that something about British people was a stereotype at the time. Because holy shit, a British banker, and he says who gave that guy, and he's obviously like, nanny, like, oh my god, that's like, it's also, if you think about it, it is fucked up. I'm also gonna say it's fucking funny. And again, for anybody out there who's like, oh, that's horrible that you laughed at a stereotype, try and tell me you've never laughed at a stereotype in your life. And you may cast the first stone.
Special because he
Right?
advertises on this radio station. Remember, it's not a conflict of interest if we own all the radio stations in town. We'll be right back after this message.
Talking about monopolies and shit like that. Now that you'll probably hear. You'll probably hear that kind of shit in Grand Theft Auto 6, because look at Grand Theft Auto 5. Even though the developers of that game do the same exact shit that they're trying to make fun of.
organizer, and 2 days later I was diagnosed with a terminal illness.
That's exactly why you should come.
How's that for volume-wise? Is it too low?
Tomorrow, and they'll set you up with all your 21st century
Or is it perfect for, like, background noise? Because if something pertinent happens, I'll do what I just did then. Also, that's Laszlo again.
Thanks to House of Tomorrow, I can play wireless head-to-head 3D
He's like,
reality poker.
hold his nose while he talks, so he sounds like this. Right? Something like that he's doing. Because they didn't have that many voice actors to do. So they had to get voice actors in-house. Yeah, every company... Okay, this is what pisses me off. Because some people will look at what you said and go, Rockstar sucks, Rockstar's horrible, yada yada yada. You know what? Every company's fucked up. Because at the end of the day, what they want to make sure they're doing is making money. There are some companies that exist that understand, for the most part, that by making a good game, you'll make more money. And then there are some complete fucking, like, they snort stupid, and they're like, just release the game, and if it's the sequel, they'll all buy it because they love the first one. When they hold their fucking money bags up, you fucking idiots. And then they end up shutting down the company because you didn't make us enough money. Because of you, you fucking cocksucker!
It must also be like a brothel.
It angers me that people are that stupid that they don't realize if they made a good game, they would make more money.
And she must also be a whore, a vixen in the bedroom, exotic, constantly fresh. It is impossible. You change diapers and then you are a French maid?
No, I didn't see what Rockstar did this past week. Also, greetings and good day, Rhett. How are you doing today? I don't know if I said that, but... I did now. But every company does its fucked up shit. Some companies more so than others, and some people would consider it reprehensible that the company even let anything like that fly. And they just boycott them. They wash off their hands of the company, and they never fucking desire to buy anything from them again. And that's fine, reasonable, understandable. I'm sure there are some people that aren't gonna buy the new remake for Metal Gear when it comes out because of what Konami did in the past. And that's understandable. But me, I can't. Say what you want about me. I love video games, and if you make a good video game, I'll probably end up playing it. And then, mind you, there are some games I won't touch from a company. Like, I don't play WoW, and I won't start. Hey, greetings and good day, Calvin boy. How are you doing today? For GTA 6, you mean? The people who made 5M and the RP shit. That. So they're working on online multiplayer shit right now. They could also be working on shit for Grand Theft Auto 6. You might have a realization of how much that excites me. Because that's a great thing. That's a fucking great thing. They must have realized they were fucking up and changed somebody. Somebody must have, somebody has a new job and somebody lost a job or something like that. Because they used to fucking hate modders. The fact that they're hiring the modders means they've realized that these motherfuckers know what they're doing. So maybe we should throw them a frickin' bone. And we'll make $1 billion. That was a lot of old references in a row of the same thing. If you don't know what it's from, I'll give a couple of minutes for you all to figure it out yourself. For and figure combined make fug. Fugger her out. What? What? Anyways. That excites me. That excites me. So see, if the remake of Metal Gear Solid 3 is good, that will probably become my favorite Metal Gear game until the next remake comes out, basically. If it's good, and I have a feeling it's going to be good. I really do. I'm playing on PC. I am using an emulator. Got the disc slapped in, and we ripped up that emulator, and we're good to go. Because SOCOM US Navy SEALs was probably my first PlayStation 2 game, and I'm pretty sure it was my first PlayStation 2 game because of the fact that that game came with a PlayStation 2. My second PlayStation 2 game was Grand Theft Auto 3. How do I manage to do that two playthroughs in a row? The 2 playthroughs comment is because we lost the save file. But yeah, so technically I'm playing on a PlayStation 2 through my PC. But yeah, that's exciting as fuck to hear that they've got those individuals working on their projects now, because it means they're gonna have experience. Because here's the other thing: I don't think it's that these people need to hire. It's a good idea for them to hire modders and stuff like that. And the reason it's a good idea is because they do something other developers don't until they get to the developers of this generation. And what I mean by that is they listen to the players. They don't just do everything the players want them to do, but they fucking listen to what they're saying. And they make changes based off of the feedback they receive. That's why games live and breathe via the modifications that can be made on them, or the modifications that others will make. Look at Skyrim. Look at any other game that can be modded. Look at the Resident Evil games, which is a weird thing to fucking say, but the Resident Evil games have recently started to get mods where they have randomizers, and people are playing the fuck out of those games now. Taxi cabs in Grand Theft Auto 3, I think, are the best vehicle. They're fast, they handle extremely well.
I'm bored. When you gonna drill me?
In a moment, sweetheart. I got a little business to take care of. I got a little job for you, pal. The Farrelly brothers have owed me money for too long, and they need to be taught some respect.
Ooh, that was a hard one to get down. I'm bored. When are you gonna drill me? Gee.
Take it to 8 Ball's bomb shop up in Harwood. You know 8 Ball, right? Once he's fitted it with
Again,
the bomb,
it's been
the car where you found it.
probably over 10 years since I played this, because the last time I really played these games like this was basically, let's look at it this way. The last time I played these games was when Grand Theft Auto 5 came out. Right? I played all those games in the same order that I played them now. And that was probably the second time that I beat Grand Theft Auto 4. And I have not played Grand Theft Auto 4 since. I'll click on that in a minute. I'm gonna finish this mission first, because I could pause it, but I'm in one of those moods where I don't want to pause it, you know what I mean? What's really funny to me is how, like, I can't help but directly compare 3 and 5, because 5 is the one that I've played the most out of all the Grand Theft Auto games. And the fact that, like, the guns, when you take somebody out, fall to the ground and you have to walk over them, It's so crazy to think about like how far advanced some games have gotten. Oh shit, you're right. If the people who do the RP shit are working on 6 storyline stuff, which they might, we might actually see like legitimate dates and like relationship mechanics. If they do this, mind you, this is based off the leaks, take the leaks with a grain of salt, but it sounds like a really good idea, and if what Redneck is true, and they did do it on purpose just to garner hype, because guess what I'm talking about right now? It fucking worked. Even if it wasn't intentional, it was the best type of advertisement they can get, because I'm saying if they keep the fact that the 2 main characters you can play as, the chick and the dude, are in a relationship, you'll probably be able to go on dates and shit like that. I think that would be pretty fucking cool. In all honesty. Like, go all out with it. You know? Have fun. Especially if you're gonna add fishing, man. Please add fishing. You know how many people want you to add fishing in a Grand Theft Auto game? It would make sense that they add it because Red Dead Redemption 2, which I actually want to play now that I got it when it was on sale. But I'm waiting, because if I get invested into Red Dead Redemption 2, I will not want to stop when I play Armored Core 6. Question, what is that in reference to? Or all of one person? Oh, you mean in a relationship with all of one person? Like, you could only go on dates with one person and you couldn't change things up? You say Kappa, but go ahead, go to Google and type up fishing GTA or Grand Theft Auto 6. And tell me what like the first 10 results are. Right? I surprise me. If it's not in the top 10, I'll be surprised. Seriously, a lot of people want Grand Theft Auto fishing. Hold on. Hold on. Wait. Incognito tab, right? Because it wouldn't give me the results that, would it? If I use an incognito tab and type in Grand Theft Auto, I don't know. No, it does do that. Okay. Oh god, it's light mode. Can I put this in not light mode? Dark theme. Oh, yes. God. If you use light mode on your PC, that surprises me. Oh, yeah, good call. Good call. Copy, link address. Paste and go. Oh, that tweet! I glanced over that. I should have read that one. But look, observe. Observe! Wait, let me look at display capture. Okay, good. Display capture. Wait. Oh, anyways. Surfing and fishing. New fishing gameplay leak. This is bullshit. I bet money this is bullshit. This is people that are just view baiting, the cocksuckers. Water physics. Will allow fishing and surfing, right? Like, again, take it with a grain of salt. And then the tweet, which is not now. Today, we are proud to announce that CFX.RE, the team behind the biggest Rockstar role-playing content communities, 5M and Red M, are now officially a part of Rockstar Games. And then you could read the whole thing here, right? That's great. Nope. Yep. Because they still got morons in charge. Like, that's the reality of it. No, okay, let me be a little bit nicer. You still have ignorant individuals that could replace ignorant with ignoramus individuals, because it's a common, like, it's basically they're ignorant idiots. Because this is why they're ignorant. They're ignorant because they don't understand, right? They're from a business perspective, not a gamer's perspective. And they're idiots because somebody will say that to them and to their fucking face, and they go, "You are incorrect. Allow me to wipe my ass with my golden plated toilet paper." And it's like, this is why the phrase "eat the rich" exists, because of assholes like that. Bobby Kotick. That fucking cock as well. How the fuck is he still in charge? How the fuck is Bobby Kotick still running that shit? How? Ignoramuses. That's how. Anyway. You could, like, I don't know if that, like, for me, I'd be okay with it. Like, having a couple of relationship mechanics between only the dude and the chick. I'd be okay with. Some people might not be. But hey, if you could have, I can't fucking say that word right now. Is it if you're polygamous? Is that the fucking word where you have a relationship with multiple people? Word for when you have a relationship with multiple consenting adults. Okay. How the fuck do you say this word?
Polyamory.
That word.
Polyamory.
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 Polyamory. Right? When you got polyamory going on, you could have that in the game, right? You have that in Baldur's Gate, whatever the fuck it is, apparently, which, whatever. Again, I could be wrong, I don't know. Pay attention to me, don't pay attention to me, and if you freak out because you think that's a spoiler, fuck off. That is not a spoiler, trust me. Anyways. Sorry, that was a little bit more aggressive than I meant it to be. Anyway. You could have that in a Grand Theft Auto game. It makes sense because it's a fucking Grand Theft Auto game. Because polyamory is not, like, it's because it's against societal norms. That's why it's like a bad thing to people. If everyone is aware and wanting of that type of relationship, yay, have fun fucking each other. You know? Or just being around each other. Just because you don't even have to have sex in relationships like that. That's something that aggravates me. Because of how many people associate good relationships with sex. Just because you fuck doesn't mean you have a good relationship. Anyways, communication is why that, and societal norms, because there's a lot of shit that society would be like, this isn't normal, so it's bad, and that's like, fuck off with some of the shit that they talk about. Other of it is like, no, it's just wrong because it's wrong. And then there's other shit that's like, just let them live. Just let them be. They're not hurting anyone. The only thing they're hurting is your sensibility, or whatever the fuck the word is, right? Because you view yourself as what society calls normal, and if you are what society calls normal, you're probably okay. So that the doors aren't physical. Maybe they're physical for the first few moments when you're opening the door. That would make sense. because your character would have to have something to grab onto, so it's probably a physical thing for a few seconds after an NPC or you open the door. That's why it was knocking people off of the bus. Did I put a bomb in this? What did I just do? I went and got the gun. Okay. My bad. I meant to go put a bomb in this. Yeah, okay, good. Fun fact, it took me so long to figure out why I kept blowing up after putting the bomb in the car. Because my dumbass would activate the bomb and then accelerate. Happens when you're like 6 years old or no, maybe 7. I don't remember. I was real young. I was a young warthog when I was starting playing this game. In all honesty. Oh, but yeah, no, after we get done with this game, we'll watch a speed run of it. I know this is a continuing conversation from literally an hour ago, if that. But it reminds me, like, I'm curious if we're going to see some of the same things we saw for the speed run for Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, where the speed run for Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, the glitched one, allows for people to duplicate missions. And when they duplicate a mission, depending on how many times they duplicate said mission, will depend on how many times that mission from that person will get skipped, right? Like, say Sweet is going to give you 10 missions in a row, and you duplicate the mission 8 times, it will skip 8 missions if you skip the mission 8 times. So you'll go from mission 1 to mission 9. It's crazy that people have figured out that and what missions they can and cannot skip. It's just wild to me that speedrunners can figure this shit out. Mind you, I am adamant, like, that's more impressive to me than, like, where you swim through the like, oh, let me walk up to this wall and jump, and if I jump, I phase through the wall, and I can hit the final mission trigger, or some shit like that. If I land on the platform, that's just before you lose all your health if you have 100 armor and 125 health, right? That's a little far-fetched, but that kind of stuff is, you're not playing the game, you're playing the glitch, which what I was just talking about is the same thing. Shit. He should blow up, right? I was about to freak out. I was like, I hit the bomb, right? I hit the bomb, right? It takes a millisecond before it blows up. Well, more than a millisecond. Anyways, I'm curious if there's gonna be something like this for this speed run that we watch when we get done with this. Speaking of 125 health, you fucking cuck. So, fun fact, first time I'm ever going to do this, because this actually has a very apparent benefit. I don't know if it was like this in Vice City either. I didn't check it out, but this should give us the benefit of bonus health? Yes, it does! Ah, fuck. Old video games. Cheers. All right. Thank you for the 125 health. Appreciate that. Let's go save it. But yeah, all the things I'm interested in seeing Grand Theft Auto 6. If even half the rumors are true, right? Which, again, I'm more liable to believe that more rumors are true than not. But even half of them are. There's going to be a lot of shit to look forward to for the new Grand Theft Auto. If they fucking add surfing and not fishing, my rant will be legendary. Also, I'm gonna do something I've never done when Grand Theft Auto 6 comes out. Either on stream or years ago when I first played these games. I'm gonna do all the bullshit piddly little shit that people don't normally do when the game comes out. And what I mean by that is, if you wanted to, when the first Grand Theft Auto game came out, you could have literally turned off the GPS and you could have learned that map by driving the taxi cab around for a couple of days. Not a lot of people do that shit because they just want to play the game. And maybe it'll affect my total viewership if I do decide to play that game, but in all honesty, I don't fucking care about that. The people who are here right now are here not just for the video game, but they're here for the interactivity, is how I view it, right? Anyways. I'm going to be doing that when Grand Theft Auto 6 comes out. I'm going to be doing the taxi cab missions. I'm going to be doing, vigilanteism, if it still exists, and it should. In all honesty, the more I think about it, the more it wouldn't make sense for vigilanteism not to exist in the next one, especially if they're going to have fucking fishing and surfing. If they have fishing and surfing and they don't have the vigilante missions, I would be very surprised. At most, I could think the vigilante missions would be a little bit more unique. Maybe they would be more like Grand Theft Auto, Grand Theft Auto 4's vigilantism. Did they have both or just the one? It might have had both, now that I think about it. It might have had the bog standard, go next to a car, shoot it, go from there. Or it might also have had the, can't think of the word. And I lost my train of thought too, whatever. Anyway. What we got is we got a lot of shit to look forward to in my hopes. It was something about the mini games. I hate when that happens. And it's gone. Oh, taxi cabs and stuff like that. That's what I was talking about. So, hey, Redneck. It's not Gramps. It's because of me fighting off a cold. I medicated. This is a little bit of a peek at what the 420k reward is, or redemption is. That's what this is. I've got a fog I need to fight through to get back to what we were trying to talk about, what I was trying to talk about. Because I know it revolved around the minigame systems when I first start playing, I'm gonna do like the taxi stuff, the vigilanteism. That's what it was. I don't know if Grand Theft Auto 4 had like, oh, go around, shoot other cars, do that, and the like little bounty thing where you would go and like go into these people's hideouts and stuff and get them. Well, it's become a lot less like I don't do this often, but I did not feel good. I would probably be wanting to wrap up now if I didn't do this, my medicinal stuff, because oh, here's where the problems start to arise, I think. Because the first dude, he had us dump the vehicle. This one, he's having us repaint it for him to get rid of the evidence. After this, we need to do another save. But yeah, no, I'm gonna do something that I've never done before and just do that kind of stuff early on. Like at my earliest convenience, I'm gonna figure out before I look it up, or before, hell, maybe not before, but possibly before a lot of shit gets figured out by people, I'll be figuring it out for myself. Does 12 levels of vigilanteism give us more armor? Oh, fucking idiot. Like, that's the kind of shit that I want to figure out. Yeah, yeah. See what I'm talking about? This is the kind of shit I don't miss. Right? Like, this is, mind you, this is, at the time when you first played it, this game's fucking awesome. But you start comparing the games, like, when you take off the glasses of, nostalgia, when you take over the nostalgia glasses, and the map's so small, this is probably the small, like, it's such a fucking small map, right? It felt huge. It felt like it took hours to drive from one end to the other, because you got your brain worked so different when you're younger, right? The things that you enjoyed back then are different because of the experiences you have now, right? There might be a lot of shit that you hate from a modern game, but you play a classic that you loved when you were a kid, and I guarantee you'll start to appreciate the more modern games a little bit more. Maybe not as much as I do, because I do admit I have a little bit too much appreciation for modernized games, I think. Like, in all honesty, I think I'm going to save it a couple of times to get to, like, 12 in military, 1201 or whatever. But yeah, there are some games that still hold up, and, like, a part of me's thinking maybe Run Like Hell and Primal isn't going to hold up as much as I feel it is, because I played Primal. I didn't beat Primal, but I played it so much. And Run Like Hell was a pretty damn good horror game, if I'm being honest. Right? But compared to Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, this map feels like a flea to to that. Let alone let alone Grand Theft Auto 5's map. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if Grand Theft Auto 5's map is bigger than San Andreas's. And there's not a lot of shit to do, like, in some of those areas without anything to do. But yeah, I think that, oh, that's why the world, oh my god, that's why everyone feels like the Grand Theft Auto 5 map is like, it feels lifeless to some people. Because a good portion of the map is uninhabited. That's why people go, it doesn't feel like there's life in the maps. And that's why the county map of Grand Theft Auto San Andreas is everyone's least favorite, because of how big it is. There's nothing there, because there's literally nothing there. And it's supposed to give you that mindset of there being nothing there. That makes a lot of fucking sense. The city feels like it's lived in because it's the fucking city. The countryside feels empty as fuck because it literally is. And most of the map is the fucking... We need to listen to this one. But most of the map is fucking... open. Oh, this is fucked up.
I left the car in the plastic nails and bring her back to the factory.
This is really fucked up. First he kills the banker, then he kills 2 other people who he says want a cut of the business, and now he's gonna kill his wife for the insurance money, which is somehow still fucking relevant. Oh, people are so fucked up. That's one of the reasons why I was what I was like in Dishonored. I'm not gonna spoil anything, but just let it be known that some of the things that they talk about in Dishonored Death of the Outsider frustrate me because of the way they're trying to put it doesn't agree with my personal experience and how fucked up humanity is. Anyway, outside of the fact that this is still somehow relevant, fucking hell. I really wonder what they're gonna, like, some of this type of shit's gonna be like when it comes to Grand Theft Auto 6, though. They're not gonna go as hard, like, I know they're not. That doesn't mean that they're woke. Which that whole shindig is, in my opinion, stupid that we put a name on that. But whatever. Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. I thought it was bad in San Andreas. Oh, also, we need to get a Mafia Sentinel in our garage. I repeat, we need to get a Mafia Sentinel in our garage. I went the wrong way.
What, so you act like a pimp?
Dumbass is diving right out in front of my vehicle. Idiots. You know, you can actually dive in this game. I think if you press the jump button, just like within a certain time frame of you potentially getting hit, you dive out of the way. I don't think they had that for any other of the Grand Theft Autos, in all honesty, because if you dive, more than likely you're gonna die.
Ring us now. Hey, oh, cool. We have a caller on line 1. Caller, you are on Chatterbox.
Hi, Laszlo. Hey, Fernando. My name's Jerry, and I'm a first-time caller. And I just wanted to say, hey, Laszlo, you're a real trouble for Stop! I'll tell you one thing. He's a miracle worker. He saved my marriage. And
Oh, this one. Dump it into the sea. So, fun fact. In Grand Theft Auto 3, you cannot roll out of the vehicle like you can in the future Grand Theft Autos. Observe. Actually, I might want to not do that until we dump this, because if I fuck up, I'm gonna press the button, which is triangle, to get out of the vehicle.
You see, Laszlo, Mrs. Jerry.
Fucking... you cannot get out of the vehicle until it comes to a stop. It's fucking horrible. That's another reason why, like, I enjoyed this game, but like I said, my list remains as it is so far, where of Grand Theft Auto games that I have played, favorite to least favorite, Grand Theft Auto 5, San Andreas, Vice City, 4, 3. 5 San Andreas, Vice City, 4, 3. With 3 being my least favorite. And now that I play it, after playing Vice City and San Andreas, it's become that much more apparent of why.
No, he's an idiot and a jerk.
But he's probably a good daddy, and you sound very pretty. Angry, and a little bit of a know-it-all, but very pretty lady.
And it's gonna blow up too, so we're gonna get money from that. Watch. Wait. It caught on fire. It didn't. Wow, they actually programmed the water to put the fire out? No. Wild. Hey, greetings and good day, Ray. How are you doing today? Let's save it. But yeah, all that piddly-ass bullshit that a lot of people normally ignore. Like, if you can play pool to make money, I'll do it. If you can do the taxi stuff to make money, I'll do it. I'll do everything that you can possibly do. I'll do... And I'm gonna do it for a long time before I do any of the, like, main story missions. Well, that's a shame. Hopefully, Fuck, I just spilled water on my damn controller. Damn it. Hope I'll be able to, you know, cheer you up if even over only a little bit. Oh, gotcha. You must have been mainlining that shit. How many hours? Because here's the thing. Don't... There's a lot of endings to that game. And I mean a lot of endings. Maybe you don't want to right after beating it, but you can play through it again and just play it differently from how you played it previously. I'm not 100% positive about any of that. Alright? Yeah, exactly. This is a personal opinion. Obviously, you don't feel this way because you have 14 hours in the game. But I feel like you just focusing on the main story might be why you're sad and disappointed. Because a game like Baldur's Gate, you're not really... You can, obviously, but from my perspective and what I've experienced, you're supposed to, like, explore those games. Because the ending that you got is definitely gonna... if it was only a 14-15 hour run, you did not do as much exploring as you think. Because if I were to play that game, I'd when did it, like, I'd be a lot, like 60, 70, 80 hours in it, easy. Easy. Because, like, every character probably has missions that can join your party. There's so many people you can talk to. There's a fuck ton to do. I think I already saved it. Yeah, I did save it already. Only in Act 3 you didn't explore them. You got to the Act... Let me just say, it feels like you got to the Acts really fast compared to what I've been hearing. That's on the shorter list, in all honesty. Probably will be getting it as soon as I possibly can. That's definitely on the shorter list. But because I kind of have, like, some plans for, like, Armored Core and a couple of other things, I'm gonna be patient. And one of the reasons is because a playthrough of Baldur's Gate, on average, could spend anywhere from 75 to 100 hours to complete a full playthrough of the game. That's a lot of fucking streams. Even if I did 8 hours per stream, that's 80 right there. Boom, for 10 streams. That's over 2 weeks worth of streams. That's like 2.5 weeks of the way that I do my streaming schedule, right? So that's why I'm like, I'm not watching any playthroughs. I'm not looking. I started to watch a playthrough and I saw how the game was and I'm like, nope, I'm out. I can't. No way in hell. Okay, okay, there you go. That makes a little bit of a difference, Ray. That makes a bit of a difference. See? When you got that fact that you have other runs of the game previously, there we go. That makes me feel a bit better. So that was more of like a speed run type thing, I imagine. Or play it however fast you can. Got it. And you were just getting the shit that you really wanted to get that you remembered from your last playthroughs. Got it. Got it. Got it. Got it. Yeah. Well, I have them. I actually do have games lined up until October too, because I'm gonna play Run Like Hell, which is a PlayStation 2 classic from my childhood. It might not be a classic for like the traditional sense, like this game's a classic. Yeah, that's what it is. The variations. I saved it, right? Yeah, I just saved it. But yeah. I'm probably gonna post this playthrough on YouTube regardless of how much shit's muted. Maybe. Maybe they have advanced their thing to where it will just take the music out automatically. Because YouTube does have a thing of like mute music automatically, which is in beta or whatever. Maybe I'll try it out and see if it actually works. Excuse me. Had steakums for dinner. Steakum sandwiches with onions and tomato. And I put hot sauce on it. They were good.
All right, we're gonna hit the payroll van.
I'm actually skipping this because I did all this yesterday and I don't want to do it all again like this. I'm doing the missions because we lost our save file. Nice. Almost got busted.
Get that guy!
Yeah. You're not wrong about that. Thanks for the replacement.
This is LCPD!
I love how I know I can despawn police officers. They definitely fixed that up in Vice City. You could still probably despawn them. Also, this shit, that's like speedrun strats to... I bet that speedrun strats to not, like, to despawn cars and shit in front of you. I'm not gonna do that because I'll get myself sick, but... Prepare yourselves for that if you're here whenever we beat this game. Because we'll probably see a lot of that for the speedrun. They've done it in every Grand Theft Auto game. San Andreas. Well, I haven't seen them do it in 5 because we haven't beat 5 since I started the tradition of doing the speedruns, or watching the speedruns, not doing them, but of watching the speedruns after beating the game. For example, a Death of the Outsider speedrun was 8 minutes long for the world record. 8.5 minutes long. Get the fuck out of here, bitch. So, keep your eyes open for a group sex. Fucking group sex. Oh my god, you immature pricks at Rockstar. Keep your eyes open for a group sex armored van, because we can do this in the future. Fucking assholes, man. Holy shit, that's funny though.
You're squealing like a pig.
Yeah. There's a couple of meme speedruns. There's a masked speedrun for Grand Theft Auto 5 that's literally a second long. And what it is, it's doing the mission Mask where you buy masks for one of the missions. How's that for not spoiling GTA 5? You know what? There's not a lot of games you can say this about, but if you're gonna get spoiled about anything from me, from Grand Theft Auto 5, I would be so fucking surprised because of how popular that fucking game is. Like, I would be immensely surprised if somebody got spoiled for something on that. Oh, start the credits. Huh. One of the coolest speedruns I ever saw was a speedrun for Far Cry 4? Or 5. It's the one where it has a couple of secret endings. If you know, you know. If you don't know, I ain't saying shit. Batman wouldn't get it out of me. And I think you might all believe me because I live in Ohio. Oh, shit. I'm gonna start doing the Ohio jokes more often. Well, see, there are different ways to be a pro gamer, right? Depending on what type of line you're working down when it comes to shit like this. Like me, I can technically be classified as a above hobbyist. I'm not going to say professional because this is what it is right now. It's a hobby. A hobbyist when it comes to doing this type of stuff. Like I'm a below professional. Eventually I'd like to be professional gamer, but I am not a speedrunner, and I am definitely not someone who would be joining tournaments for some games. I could join tournaments for others if I put enough time into them, but I don't really do shit like that.
Okay, kid, drive me to the laundry.
Also,
first. I got a bit of business to take care of. Those washerwomen ain't been paying their protection money. And watch the car. Joey just fixed this junk.
No, I'm not.
So no fancy crap.
Or
Okay?
maybe I am. But what I'm gathering is that you're talking about the speed run itself, or you're talking about the programming for the 25-second speed run. Because, like I said, there are certain types of speed runs. There are glitchless speed runs, and there are glitched speed runs. And a lot of the time, while I like watching glitched speed runs as much as anybody else that likes watching speed runs, my favorite type of speed run to watch is glitchless, because they're just playing the game as fast as they possibly can. Like, if it's a 25-second speed run, my money's on the fact that it's because there's a glitch that can let you warp to the end of the game. Can I ask if it's a Bethesda game? Like, is it a Fallout speed run? Because I think I might know. Ah, that's all good. You can probably Google it. Like, look up the shortest speed run.
The Triads think they can mess with me. The Triads. With me. Drop by later and we'll give them something to launder. Their own blood-stained clothes.
So, what else do we got? We got speedrun stuff. We got... You know what? This is gonna sound weird. But what do you think about, like, how... Let's make some predictions for the Grand Theft Auto 6 speedrun. This isn't anything more than just fucking around. Alright? Obviously. How long do you think the speedrun's going to be that stays as the world record speedrun for the longest? Right? Like the one that's going to be around for a minute before somebody figures something out. Like, I'm going to say... Let's say 8 hours. I'm going to say 8 hours. 8 to 11. 8 to 11 hours between that time frame. That's my bet, or my guess. I'm probably going to forget this, so someone's going to have to write this down for me in the future. Oh, like frame perfect and stuff like that? Like frame perfect moves and stuff like that? Yeah, you move in a precise way. Yeah, okay, gotcha. That's cool. I'm gonna double save it. Hopefully this isn't gonna bite me in the ass. I'd be upset if we lost the Banshee. Even though I know where there's a Banshee, almost guaranteed. So yeah, outside of that, guess. Another thing I'm probably gonna do, hopefully it's unlocked from the word go, is I'm gonna spend a lot of time with the, especially if it's good, right? If it's just a fishing mini game where you like press a button to cast, press a button to catch the fish, I'll be a lot disappointed. But fishing will still exist in the game. I am extremely doubtful that that's what they would do, especially considering all the shit that I just showed off when I googled fishing in Grand Theft Auto 6. Oh, you just noticed something? What'd you notice? There we go. There we go. That's what I was waiting for. I knew I was like, something ain't right, man. Something ain't right. Eh.
Life's harsh realities.
Here's one that brings down the house when I do my weekly Michael Hunt's Rock and Roll Jam at Liberty City's premier bowling alley. I'm Mike Wheels of Steel Hunt.
Ah, I fucked up. I'm tempted to reload it, but fuck. I saw the red and I... Fuck. I'm gonna focus mode for a minute there. Oh, so you can fishtail it. It's weird that the fucking... I don't know why I experimented by doing that, because that's what I was doing just then, to see if I could actually fishtail it and it would lose control. The fucking mechanics of controlling the cars are better than, like, in Vice City and San Andreas a little bit. Like, that's fucking crazy. The fact that you can... I don't even... Maybe you can fishtail... No. You have to hold it. In this game, I released it, and it was still drifting. So the mechanics are actually more akin to Grand Theft Auto, maybe 4. It's been a while since I played it. But the fact that you could fishtail out of control is wild to me. Still, when you said 14 to 15 hours and you were kind of sad, I was like, oof, that's why you're sad. You only, how did you beat it in 14 hours? Didn't realize you were talking about on the run that you are doing. Which is funny because, in all honesty, now that you kind of know how to build a build, at least I would imagine that you would, it might be a good idea to do some of the same exploration you would do if you have a completely different class of character and different, like, personality traits and stuff like that. Because the interactions might be way, way different. Also, I think we actually were faster, even though we fucked up. We were faster on that speed. We could have even done it faster. I think we could get sub 2 minutes. If I drive perfectly, I think we can get sub 2 minutes. Like, thoughts that I have is how in-depth are they going to go with the vehicles? Like, I would imagine and hope that they're doing very similar, maybe improving upon, if they can, but very similar to how Grand Theft Auto 5's controls are for the vehicles. I hope it's similar to 6, if not better. Obviously, I hope it's better, but I scream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream. Like, are they gonna have it to where this is something that I extremely doubt, but it's something that I enjoyed from the Mafia games. Gasoline, right? You would actually have to stop and get gas for your vehicles, or it could potentially run out of gas. Hell, I could be mistaken in what I'm about to say because of how long it's been, but I fondly remember getting the cops on me, trying to run to a car, breaking into that car, and the car being like almost out of gas for Mafia 1. I should play those games at some point. Anyway, greetings and good day, Don Mega. How are you doing today? Oh, you're eating ice cream right now? That's hilarious. Well, you won't want the ice cream that I'm about to serve out to these individuals. Hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Is there really no music for the Mr. Whoopi? Weak. I should probably watch some more South Park. It's been a while since I really watched anything. When it comes to, like... The most that I really honestly watched is I'm starting to get back into One Piece. And... that's about it. I don't really watch... My main entertainment is YouTube. And then below that, Twitch. Screw you guys, I'm going home. Okay, my papa. I think I can do a good Cartman. Maybe that wasn't the best Cartman. Screw you guys, I'm going home. And have a nice evening. Like I said, you definitely didn't want the ice cream I was serving to these fellas. Well, I occasionally watch stuff like that. Like, I'll watch a movie here and there, right? But, nah, not really. Particularly if I watch anything, it's not very likely I'm gonna watch a show. Just because I'm busy lately, like really busy. And yeah, I probably could make some room to watch some TV, but when I start watching a show, my brain starts going down a path of like, wow, this is time you could be spending on doing that other project you have in mind, dumbass. And it's like, fuck, you're right. So my enjoyment of whatever I'm watching has a tendency to go down if I'm not also doing, like, working on other shit. And yet, I can still figure out ways to procrastinate from editing videos. But no, I am trying to figure out a day I can sit down and watch all of the Star Wars films because, you know, I do want to make use of the Disney Plus subscription that I have. Hell yeah, manhwas, let's go, that's what they're called. Also, don't call yourself a freak, that's awesome. I occasionally will get into a manhwa. It's been a while since I got into one, a couple of years since I really got into one. The last one that I got into was Solo Leveling. That is a manhwa, right? That's what they call? That's the last manhwa I got into, if that's what it is. If I'm thinking correctly. Anyway. And that's gonna become an anime soon, apparently. So that's fucking hype. That might be the next anime that I try and watch. Yep, definitely manhwa. I'm pretty sure that's what Solo Leveling is. Because Solo Leveling is Korean. But no, I got a couple of buddies that are big on the manhwa reading. The main thing that I read, though, is the One Piece manga. That series is... I can say this confidently because of how biased I'm and how much I enjoy the series as a whole. My favorite show is One Piece. Unlike some psychopaths, though, I don't give a shit if other people think it's not good or what. I like it because I like it the way that I like it. Yeah, that sounds like you're a binge reader, like I am. Like, it's very difficult for me to only read one chapter of a story. So I think what's going to happen is that this is going to cause the triads to hate me. How do I get in there? Oh, you know what I think it is? I really do think it's a stats thing. I think as soon as we get to a high enough stat rating, which is like a crime rating, we're Hustler now, I think that means that gangs will start attacking us. Fuck. almost done with this. I'm also gonna have to re-up my armor and health. All right. And not a single innocent was harmed. Whoops. Vampires at night. I actually think that might be something some of my buddies were talking about earlier. That's kind of funny. So, let me see something. Goon. Okay, so as soon as we get to Goon rating, that's when the triads come after us. So you could get the triads to come after you without ever having killed a single triad. So if we did it right, we could actually get certain gangs pissed off at us way earlier than we're supposed to. No one is innocent in Liberty City. I mean, hey, like I said, not a single innocent was harmed. Yeah, that's the one they were talking about. That's the one they were talking about. Might have to check that one out. Health, we'll go to the hospital. Health and armor we need to pick up. Nice. It's always awesome to hear about what, like, type of thing, be it mythological or fantasy or what have you, but what type of thing interests certain individuals the most, you know? Definitely a fantasy lover myself. Like, Skyrim is basically the perfect example of some of my favorite worlds to explore. Vampires, I do like a good vampire tale.
Where the hell am I?
But another thing that I love is like stuff like the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. If you've never seen the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, highly would recommend. It's an older movie. It's got Sean Connery in it, and quite a few other named individuals, and it's got vampires, Jekyll and Hyde, the Invisible Man. It's got quite a few individuals in it, from like the like the Dracula story and stuff like that, but it's not actually Dracula, I don't think. The Legendary Mechanic. Ooh. Armor. That's what I'm getting. I'm like, what am I getting? Armor, dumbass. Oh, I heard about this one too. Yep, I heard about this one too. Why would you put your hands up like I was holding you up? Dumbass.
Anything you want for 30.
Anything you want for 30. Yeah, I could double up. What? Oh, so we don't have the thing yet. I'm pretty sure it spawns in somewhere here. Because you're supposed to be in cars here and drop them off. I wonder what you get for doing all that. Oh, here's where they're talking about battle royales before they were a thing. Sponsored by Ammunition. Now we save it, and now we do the next mission. Actually, we should pick somebody up, get 125 health, then save it. Because, in my experience, every little bit is very important in this game. Oh, it's you again. Really? Really? That can't, there's no way. There's no way. They program, there must be a line that if you just pick that character skin up, there's a chance that they have that line to say. It's a lot more simple than I'm making it out to be. I'm gonna blame that on the fog. Second time, in order to get 125 health. Oh. Trust me, I'm very tame compared to how bad I could be. With the innuendo and the crass comments that I potentially could make. I mean, like I said, it's anybody could act like that if they wanted to. They could be as crass as. Did I save it? I'm gonna save it again. No, wait, hold on. Ah, fuck it. Anyways, anybody can be crass and stuff like that if they wanted to. But that's the kind of shit that I won't do. Alright, that's too far even for me if I wanted to be worse than I normally am. I would not get how something like the stereotypical wolf whistle fucking assholes who are like gonna catcall girls that are walking down the fucking street. Show some goddamn respect. Right? Fucking assholes. But there are some comments that I don't say. That's for sure.
Thieving opportunist has stolen a van of my latest publication hot off the press.
But that spanked-up idiot has left the rear doors open, and now my beautifully produced, tastefully photographed adult literature is being dropped all over Liberty. Take the van and follow that trail of Donkey Does Dallas volumes 1, 2, and 3, collecting it as you go. When you follow the trail to that thieving spankhead, waste him. Then deliver my Donkey Derby to Triple X Max in the red light district.
We are literally working for a porn star. Right? In fact, I'm pretty sure the porn star we're working for is named Donkey in this world. Fun fact about this mission. Yesterday was the first time I had ever done this mission. Fuck. We missed one. Because it's way better to not, like, I wasted too much time. I fucking am gonna have to redo this mission. I just fucked it. I just fucked it. There's no way I can do it now. Maybe I can do it, it'll just be annoying because I have to... try and do this shit. Stop! God, this truck sucks. If I do this, this is just going to be a testament to my stubbornness because this is fucking ridiculous. There's no way. I should have just not fought the inevitable. There it is. There it is. That's us. Alright, let's load it. I should have just fucking loaded it earlier than that. Oh well. But yeah, like... some people get a little bit ridiculous when it comes to a character's looks in a game. Especially considering how ridiculous the jiggle physics were and shit like that. Like that's a little, like that's a little far-fetched there, guys. Just a bit. One of the reasons why I never completed that mission previously to yesterday. But yeah, it's hard to make certain comments when the game itself is making those comments. Before you could even imagine them. You know? There are some comments that were made that's like, what? I still can't get over how ridiculous it is. Like, I cannot get over how ridiculous it is that... Fuck, come on. That some of these missions are the way that they are. Like, this is an insane mission. And there's other missions that are very similar to this where they don't give you any marker where anything is. And missing one magazine sucks. Because it takes a second away. I think the mission in question is optional, though. Man, I wonder what the health comparison is. Like how much health these vehicles have compared to Grand Theft Auto 5, and how much the Grand Theft Auto 6 vehicles are going to have health-wise compared to Grand Theft Auto 5 as well. They're probably going to be just as healthy, if not more so, especially if you can like armor the vehicles themselves. That'd be pretty cool. Instead of just bulletproof tires, you can get like bulletproof windows and maybe armor it up even. That'd be cool. Even if you could only do that to certain vehicles. Because you know they're going to have very similar mechanics when it comes to how they do the, shit, no. Oh, we need to kill him, never mind. Nice. Probably gonna get something to eat in a little bit here. You know what's amazing? I was such a shit driver in this game when I was younger. Like, I'm doing better than you would think compared to how many times I've wrecked and shit like that. It is crazy how much better you are at a game once you know, like, not even know how to play, but like just, well, it's technically the same thing, but there's a difference between knowing how to play and understanding the mechanics in order to make you or have you play better, right? Because if you know how to play, cool. But when you know the mechanics, it starts to make it to where you can use those mechanics in a way to benefit you more than hinder you. Well, don't eat another ice cream then. Eat something else. If you can. That might be why you feel like you're eating a stick of butter. Now I'm gonna be honest, if this happens again, and it like I lose the save file, I'll probably not play Grand Theft Auto 3 again after that.
Are you a sane caller?
Absolutely, Laszlo. Killer bees.
Killer bees.
Oof. That's a good idea, actually. We just saved it. Well, hey, fuck it. Let's test it out. Why not? So I'm gonna click resume first to see if that happens. It does. Okay, so we could just click resume and be good to go. We could just click resume and be good to go. Let's double check. Let's do that. We exit it out. Pop this open. Let's open it back up. And then let's click. Okay, so you'd have to keep it running. So if I press boot ISO, I would have had to keep PS whatever. It's not a big deal to keep it running without the game running. Basically, it's just like keeping your system on without a disc on or something like that. Like sleep mode, basically. They definitely improved upon their storytelling. It's not.
I'm
know a place on the edge of the red light.
I already know it
where you
isn't.
can lay low, but my hands are all messed up, so you better drive, brother.
The only fucking way to be able to do this, the only way to do this is to not close out of PC. I don't know if I'm gonna be playing this. Possibly something with the code compared to the emulator. Hell, it could be different for depending on where you get the game from. But I think it has to do with some option. I don't know. I'm aggravated. No. Well, basically, the only way to save with the emulator itself is if I exit out, right, and don't close PCSX2 1.6, and I just click resume, I could save state, load state. We could save state, load state it. F1, F3 for save state, F1, and then F3 for load state. But if I click resume, it goes right back to where we last left off. So we could decide to just keep trucking through. I'm probably gonna wrap up with this game today and then catch up with this all, like catch up to where I was yesterday off stream. Maybe fuck around and grind out a little bit of money because it doesn't really matter. Maybe do some of the packages off stream or something like that, because that kind of shit doesn't matter. And then just focus on the story. Yeah. It is aggravating. It's not as aggravating as it was earlier, for a combination of reasons of half expecting it to do the same thing, as well as being prepared for it to do that. I'm disappointed. But yeah, I will do this off stream, and after I don't know. Fuck. So yeah, let's get our save in. And regardless of whether or not we're gonna keep this open, and I'll just click resume on it, I'm still gonna save it. Because in case I fail a mission or something like that, just reload the save file. Fuck, man! I'm having a conversation with myself right now if I'm stubborn enough to do this. I am stubborn enough to do this. No, if you didn't say anything, I would have probably went for another hour. So instead of just losing like 2.5, 3 hours of progress, I would have lost 4 hours. I know it because I would have done what I always do, expecting it to work. No, it's a good thing you said something, in all honesty. Stuff like that is important to tell the streamer, because obviously they're not thinking about it themselves, and sometimes what you might think is obvious that they already thought about it isn't, because it's a lot easier for other people to see shit that I miss than it is for me to do that when I'm streaming. If I'm playing the game casually without streaming it, oh, I'll catch shit I miss a lot on stream. But your brain, this is a multitasking thing, right? And your mind's not up for multitasking like that. Because I'm playing the game, I'm making sure I watch what I say, because there are certain things that I just am not gonna say for a multitude of reasons. I think I'm going to save state, load state this. I'm gonna make sure me pressing F1 isn't gonna fuck anything up, so F1. Select a save state slot. Okay. Okay. Glad I did that. Hold on. That's not right. Okay, so you have to manually... Okay, that's fine, I can do that. Hey, appreciate the lurk, Ray. But yeah, make sure sometimes, like, if you think of something, and if you do say something and the streamer's like a dickhead about it, then fuck them. But okay. What? I did save it, right? After doing that mission? Weird, whatever. I'm going to probably do a little bit of just driving for a second. And then I'm going to switch over to Metal Gear Solid 5, I think. Because I am very frustrated, to say the least. Please, so I can get my 125 health. We don't want to spend the couple of minutes or whatever with her. She's got an itch. Wait a minute. It's reputation based too. Wait, she looked like she actually might. What the fuck? I just got carjacked? Oh, you motherfucker. Get the fuck out of there, you stupid son of a bitch. Why, I never. Fucking carjacking me. It's gotta be reputation based. I'm gonna see. Hold on. Well, she freaked out because. Well, that was just fucking rude. But yeah, now I got a little bit of curiosity I need to satiate. I cannot get a fucking break. But I can pick up a pistol. And a bat. Look at this. Look at that. Wait, it might also be the car. No, that doesn't make sense. I think it's reputation based. I think it is reputation based. Or it could be the fact that we're in one of these types of cars. That is interesting. No, no, it isn't. Never mind. Alright, we got our 25 health. So. Yeah, no, I really don't have much to talk about. I talked about pretty much everything I want to talk about, and I'm, like, disappointed and just dejected from that bullshit of not getting the save file. So I kind of am just, like, driving around pointlessly for no reason. I'm gonna do a save again to see if it's still there after I save state it again. I might have to do the save state, load state. Hopefully, fucking hopefully, it's not gonna come back and bite me in the ass, but we're about to find out. F1. Saving to 0. So we lose the save file if we save state it. We don't have a save file. What? The memory cards are... Huh. Wait a minute. really quick. Really fucking quickly. And then if we do this, we go here, we do this. Alright, well what happens if I do this? Do this. Go back to there. We're gonna test this out, then I'm gonna go look at the San Andreas file and see if it's still there. So aggravating. We've got the load state. Load state. Alright. So here's the question. Is this gonna give us what we want? Because if it gives us the save file, that means something's fucked up with Grand Theft Auto 3's shit. If it doesn't, it means something's messed up with the way I have the memory files saved as, or the memory cards. I'll have to experiment. I have to make save states just in case that happens whenever I play like Run Like Hell or something like that in the future. Honestly, I'm less upset than I was when this first happened now that I understand this, because that would suck to have like a weird ass glitch like that happen in the middle of a playthrough on a very long game. Because if I'm not mistaken, Run Like Hell is going to take us a while when we eventually get to it. Oh, it's successful. So it's something to do with Grand Theft Auto 3. Alright. Good to know. Good to know. But yeah, we'll deal with that. I'll deal with that off stream, because tomorrow is a little bit of Minecraft. And finishing up Relatize's Ninja Gaiden 2 Master Run, aka Warcoms, into whatever else for reactionary type stuff, and then we might play some more Metal Gear at the end of that. Hey, there we go, 2 more days. So next week, you'll be able to show up as Relatize with your Warcom skin shed. But yeah, we're gonna switch on over to Metal Gear Solid 5 Phantom Pain for those of you that are watching live and want to stick around. For those of you that don't, I do thank you for stopping by, and I do hope you enjoyed your stay here at the Kingdom. If you have and are new here, be sure to become a citizen today via subscribing to this channel as well as my main channel. If you're watching on YouTube, links will be down in the description below through all my links. Exclamation point links like so. For those of you that are watching on Twitch, be it live, the highlight, or the VOD, while it's still up there. Be sure to follow me on Twitch and catch me when I go live at 6 p.m. EST EDT Friday through Monday. Invite link to the community Discord where you can always get the most accurate notifications of whenever I do go live. If I'm going to be a little bit late or early to stream outside of a half hour, or as long as I know I'm going to be late, as well as where you can communicate with other citizens of the kingdom. Or whatever else catches your fancy through all my links. And until next time, take care and have a good one. Bye-bye.